Setting up your meeting for custom live
Yeah.
streaming. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're live. I think it's real. Um, welcome, Globe. Once again, the instructors of the Guitar Cloud Symposium are coming to you from various parts of the world. In fact, Gretchen is in San Francisco and Daniele is in Rome right now. I don't know how they make it look like they're in the same house. It's
We have
just
a
remarkable.
green screen, and we have the same background.
See, he's going to show you that trickery and much more trickery coming from the guitar this weekend at the Guitar Cloud Symposium.com is where you register. And we're getting so pumped about this. It feels like Christmas, and so we're dressing like Christmas. There's so much to offer, and the icing on the cake to the whole weekend is Steve Vai is going to join us for a Q&A with students, and I'm actually nervous about that. I've met him many times, but I don't know, hosting him for a party is like, everything better go right or I'll just jump off a bridge. And yeah, okay. So, those of you that have no idea what the hell I'm talking about, Guitar Cloud Symposium is something that started in August, and it's a weekend guitar camp that has so much content. I told the instructors just come up with 6 things that you love to teach, and that's what you're going to teach. And we're doing them in 20-minute, very succinct modules, and everybody's got a very different approach. So even like the very first one, Neely Brosh and I both everybody wanted to do tapping, but Neely and I ended up doing tapping, and we both had extremely different approaches. So anyway, we start off on Friday night, 4 p.m. Pacific, for a group orientation, and I'll show you what's up and introduce you to the teachers, as I will do in a second, and tell you how the weekend is going to go. And then we get to know the students, where they're coming from, what guitar their favorite guitar, or what kind of music they're into, what they hope to get out of the symposium. Then Saturday and Sunday is like go, 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 go modules. We get into everything from where I start, which is brain science and the most efficient way to learn, which is something that you don't learn in school. They just say learn it and come back and take a test. But I've done some study that I think can help you, because it really helped the way that I learn music now. And then I'm going to get into, I'm just so excited about my new setup. I feel like NBC, right, yeah. And I have several different cameras set up. One of the things I'm going to teach is whammy bar and whammy pedal technique. So with the switch of a button, I can show you 3 cameras. So you get a view of my hand on the tremolo bar, another one of my foot on the expression pedal, which is usually set up to go down a whole step. So you get a close-up on how I deal with the whammy bar, and then check out the foot with the whammy pedal. You know, if you're hearing a bend and you don't see it happening with my hands, it's coming from my foot. And I think by next year I might have 15 cameras, so you can see inside of my fingernails, you know, the things that are important. So I would like to introduce who you're looking at here, all of Santa's elves. Let's start with Angela. Angela Petrilli joined us. October was your first one?
October, I think so. Yes, October was the first one. October was the first one. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll introduce each of you and tell them a little bit about what you're going to teach this weekend.
Yes, I am super excited to be back and to be teaching alongside all of you again. Super, super stoked about it. I'm going to be teaching 2 new modules this time around. I'm bringing Tone in the Hands to GCS this time. Playing, you know, there are plenty of gigs that I have come across, and you don't have room for a pedal board. So what do you do? And how can you get the most tone out of this instrument by just using your hands and different sorts of techniques with slides and bends, and like what's the difference with that, and tweaking your amp to kind of match what your hand is doing. So all this kind of stuff we'll be talking about this weekend. And I'm going to be talking about how to prepare for a gig, just a quick rundown of things you should think about and prepare for. So I'll be discussing that as well as intro to slide, soloing as a conversation, building up your social media, as well as playing in the pocket. So super stoked to be back. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
And that social media girl, she knows what she's doing.
I
mean,
try.
You got 100,000 followers. My Lord, you got a lot of fans out there, and she knows how to get them, because there's you can't just log on once every 3 months and get famous.
You gotta be consistent, and I'm thankful every single day to get to do what I do and to meet and interact with people all over the world. So it's incredibly humbling what music can do. So happy to teach everybody how to do all that stuff. So
I love this medium. I really do, because you can reach so many people.
Yeah.
With the first symposium, we had somebody from New Zealand. We got somebody from Australia coming this time. Mexico City. There's a woman from Zimbabwe joining us. So people that would never be able to get to where we tour can join us. So I'm really excited about that, because I love travel anyway, or at least I used to. Now that we're locked down, I think if I never get on another plane and I can get to people without doing that, sign me up. So, Gretchen, tell them a little bit about what you're going to be teaching this weekend.
Well, I am doing all new modules, but that is in part because we've enlisted this guy to take over 2. Normally we do 6 modules each. And because we keep having people come back, I'm like, God, I got to keep just digging until I don't know anything else. But preparing 6 totally brand new modules is, a bunch. So I'm doing 4 new ones. I'm teaching the like visualizing the fretboard, going a little deeper into what I did on the last symposium. And I'm going to be using Vicky's awesome backing track that was part of the jam contest for the scholarship as a great way of, as a bed that's super fun to play over as you're kind of exploring the neck. And it's much more inspiring than just playing scales with a metronome. And Vicky's sense of time is so good that you internalize all the different things about the playing as you're hearing it and as you're playing along with it. So we'll be doing that. I'll be talking about alternate picking, so some technical stuff. I'll be talking about, what was my other one?
Jimmy Page.
Oh yeah, I'll be doing the techniques of Jimmy Page, like the different things you gotta get in your bag of tricks. So everything from finger style stuff, talking like really basic right hand stuff. So we'll be going from like this kind of classical background that I have, getting the right hand moving in a way that's efficient and relaxed and under control, and then leading to Jimmy Page stuff. And then I have one more module.
Music theory.
Oh yeah, an introduction, the essentials of music theory for guitar players. So it'll be a 2-part series because I couldn't fit it all into 20 minutes, but 20 minutes of what I think will get you really going in the right direction to understanding the language of music.
I have failed as a DJ here, or a VJ, in that in the slightest chance that people don't know who you are, give them a little bit of your history. You're doing Jimmy Page because I've spent like more than 10 years playing the music of Jimmy Page in Zepparella, which is a Zeppelin powerhouse that Clementine, the drummer, started, and I signed up for when I was utterly unprepared, and I grew a lot as a guitar player, learning all this Jimmy Page stuff. And so a lot of it was my first experience playing slide was to play Jimmy Page. My first experience playing open tunings was to play Jimmy Page. So that's why I feel like maybe I've got a little something to say on that. Yeah, you do. And Zepparella has a hell of a following too. It's exciting. Angela, let me back up and get to talk about a little bit about your history. If you find the unmute button there.
There we go. It's Tuesday. I have a show on the Norman's Rare Guitars channel called Patrilli Picks, and I get to hang out with the crew over there and play some of my favorite guitars that Norm acquires that are absolutely awesome. So you can check that out on YouTube. And yeah, through Instagram, I play a bunch. I just play some of my absolute favorite covers. Yeah, I work with some really awesome guitar companies and do a bunch of like YouTube and Instagram stuff. I just have just the best time. And again, I just really love just the power of social media and reaching out to people. It's quite a gift. It's been a lot of fun.
One of the new modules that I'm doing, because we get so many alumni that keep coming back, is a very intro to film editing. And Angela, I'm going to use you as one of my examples.
All right.
One of my shining examples of somebody that puts things up consistently and has a very simple system. And the simpler it is, the more likely you are to be consistent about putting up video.
100%.
Yeah.
100% agree.
So I've actually learned a lot in the last week alone putting this thing together. Thank you. Daniele Gottardo, not only do you make pasta, but you sweep on the guitar like a mofo, bro. Talk a little bit about what you're going to teach and your history and how you ended up in with a green screen in Rome coming to San Francisco.
Yeah, now I'm back in Italy. We are doing this live, but we are sharing the same background. That really looks like we are in the same cities, the same place, but we are not. Anyway, the magic of the technology in 2020. My history, I don't know. Just trying to make music like everybody. And after 20 years of guitar, maybe more than 20 years for sure, I'm here and I'm really excited to be part of this event that is really badass, right? It will be badass. Subscribe, guys, now. Go to the website, Guitar Cloud Symposium.com.
Well, I will brag on your behalf because you're being so humble. You are one of Steve Vai's new favorite players, and he's just very intrigued by your playing. And for somebody like Steve Vai to be impressed with somebody says a hell of a lot. And the first video I saw of you was playing the Simpsons theme, just ridiculous speed with the right hand tapping. And so chordal tapping is what you're going to be offering this time. I've done some tapping modules in the past, but I thought, you know what? Let you be the tapper du jour of this weekend. And if you go to guitarcloudsymposium.com, you'll see a little clip of him on one of the videos. There's 2 videos on the homepage where you can see him playing a beautiful chord melody with chordal tapping, as well as doing some sweepa picking Italian style.
Yeah, like you mentioned before, everybody can have a different approach. Like you mentioned with Nili Brosh, that has her approach. You have yours. That was one of the most important historically. And then Vicki has her approach with slap tapping, right? Is the correct the term?
Yeah, very
different. That everybody can contribute with a personal approach. But because we have Gretchen here, maybe I can do a little bit of an example of that. I will teach 2 modules. One is chordal tapping, the other is sweep picking, to use for lead guitar, basically, right? I mean, you can use for different reasons, but let's jam something, okay?
Okay, but I also have to just say that Steven Strom, the guy who built this guitar, is here in the chat.
Ciao, Steven.
This guitar is so wonderful. I'm not worthy, but I will try to be every time.
Then let's. The idea is to.
I thought, okay, go.
To apply techniques possibly in a musical way, possibly. And there's a technique for lead guitar. Then we try to improvise something above the. Babe, I'm gonna leave you.
Babe, I'm gonna leave you. Yeah. Yeah.
And just
Oh
try,
man,
Ooh.
beautiful.
just try to noodling. How is the term?
To noodle.
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 I wouldn't call that
Was
noodling.
a, was
I
a,
would say it was much better than noodling. That was
it
beautiful.
was it wasn't completely musical, but I was trying to use a little bit of sweep picking that is just we try to break down the fundamentals very little by little in a systematic way, trying to make this technique that sometimes can look difficult, breaking down in very starting for a very little example, trying to make it more how I
Comprehensible? Yeah.
yeah, more
Accessible.
understandable.
Mm.
Yeah, baby steps. That's how we teach.
Baby
Just little
steps.
chunks, because that's the only way that you can learn.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, when I was teaching at Musicians Institute, I would have people come in and show me stuff, and they thought because I was a teacher that I could just pick up things like, here's 32 bars of this. Got it? No, I need to learn it in little chunks just like you do. Everybody does. That's the best way to program the gray matter. If anybody has questions, I am looking at this.
There was a great comment from Tom Cutts. He says that was the lasagna of noodling.
Lasagna, what means?
That's great.
Like
Parmigiana.
that was great.
Yeah, that was beautiful. I would call that soaring, not noodling. That is soaring over the changes. Beautiful. And only because of gravity, you are at the bottom of my screen, Vicki.
I'm at the top of mine, so
Oh, okay. Well, tell them a little bit about your history and your many, many courses that you've recorded for True Fire and many, many CDs that you've recorded.
well, I've been recording and playing and touring and mostly tuning my guitar for the last 25 years. And ever since I heard Joni Mitchell, I got turned on to open tunings. So I have 37, 38 different tunings that I've dallied in and noodled in. But I'm going to break down for us, I'm going to break down a really simple way to understand how to find some songs and chords in an open tuning. And for those of you who are coming back, there'll be a new tuning in addition to the original tuning. There might even be 2 new tunings. We'll see what happens between today and tomorrow. And so you'll be able to play along in a new tuning as we new people play in the tune. Anyway, too many words. So we'll learn about that. And we're going to do some percussive stuff, harmonic tapping, my version of tapping, which is not this, but it's actually tapping the harmonics. And body percussion. So I'm going to break it all down, as Daniele said, in baby's tiny pieces. And so my first day, Saturday, will be open tunings and percussive techniques. And I'll show you some songs that you can play. Just get you really using the tuning and becoming unafraid. That's my wish. And the second day, we're going to look at how to make your arrangements more interesting. A whole bunch of, you're going to help me make an arrangement more interesting, which I'm really looking forward to. And I'm going to talk about rhythm, give you some really interesting rhythm practices that you can take home, and you can really just get into your inner rhythmicist in a new way. I call it whole body rhythm. So that's going to be a little segment on Sunday. And also we're going to talk about practicing and how to practice and how to figure out how to get to where you want to be. And we're also going to throw in some rut busting along the way. So yeah, I'm going to be doing a couple of new angles, but teaching basically the things I've been teaching. But those of you returning, we'll find some new things going on. So I can't wait to, again, I can't wait to sit in on everybody. Even Daniele's got me like almost not too scared to sit in on his segment. Almost. We'll see.
Come on.
Come on. Okay.
Come on now. Nah.
Yeah, it's not too late to register. We fired up on Friday night, and I haven't even talked about the Monday yet. Mark Melendez says, "Love the hats." I thought you might like that coming up on Christmas time. And speaking of Christmas, when we do the wrap party on Monday night, I get to be Oprah. I think I will wear this hat on Monday night. We all should do the return of the Santa hats, because along with all the content and live interaction and Q&A and breakout rooms, we are going to give away a whole bunch of stuff. Positive Grid is our presenting sponsor, and some lucky student is going to get a brand new spanking Spark amp that is next generation smart technology that you can program with your phone, and you can sync up to YouTube, and it'll tell you what chords are in the tune. And anybody that has worked on sounds, there's a sound community that you can test out their sounds and download them as you choose. So what's not to love about that? Let somebody else put in the sweat of coming up with great sounds, and then boom, they're yours. And Sweetwater is giving away a $100 gift certificate to some lucky winner, along with a bunch of really cool graphics on t-shirts. Fishman, I've been with them for years now. I use the Fishman Triple Play wireless MIDI system to access all the sounds that a keyboard player could access. And I jumped on board with their Fishman Fluence pickups several years ago too, which I adore. Very quiet, and I just love the sound that comes out of them. They're giving away a bunch of clip-on tuners that are super stealth. There's no on button. You just flip it open and boom, there's power. Magic, like Daniele's pasta. It's just magic. Nobody cooks spaghetti like that, man. And nobody has it.
Remember, this is another giveaway we will give. My
Oh, no.
It's a new one, the new entry, guys. Come on.
That's good. It's kind of like next level Elvis Presley, where he used to put a scarf around his neck and get it all sweaty and give it to people in the audience because the women did not think that was disgusting. Now, next level is Daniele's going to give away his socks.
Used.
Yeah, of course used.
Not only on the guitar.
You can't give away socks without any toe jam in them, for God's sake. All right. It's going south in a hurry. Audix, my favorite mic in the world for miking a guitar cab is the i5. We're giving one of those away, and also a cab grabber, which is, if anybody has been on stages that are small and you trip over that tripod that holds the mic to your cabinet, you will love having a cab grabber because it eliminates that problem completely. Stage Ninja, I have their gear all over the house. They're going to be giving away I will be giving away their smartphone clamps, which I have on everything. You can clamp it to the headstock of your guitar and film going down the neck, which is always a fun thing to look at. Although if you tend to get seasick, it can be a little bit of an issue. Luna Guitars is stepping up once again and giving away a guitar to some lucky student. Guitar Playback, David Wallerman is going to join us on Monday, so I can introduce you all. He has a fantastic YouTube teaching channel, fantastic player, and every student is going to get a folder full of really high-res backing tracks to jam along with. In fact, all of us provide folders. So after the fact, even though this is all live, we have folders full of PDFs and some video, some audio, and most of us are giving away our CDs. So it's hours and hours of listening to our music on top of all the things we have to teach. The Transcribe company, it's actually the Seventh String company that does the Transcribe app. I'm doing a module on how to use Transcribe, and they're giving away 5 codes for free. Cordial cables, the virgin copper cables designed in Germany. They are giving away 10 cables and 10 t-shirts to 10 lucky students. The Lockett Guitar Strap Company, which I adore. It's a guitar strap that you don't need any external hardware, because I always lose that stuff anyway. It has a built-in lock that I keep saying snap. It makes the sound of a snap, but it's spring-loaded is what it is. And truefire.com, where Vicki and I record our mini courses. They are giving away a free full 90-day access to all of their courses, whether it's Steve Vai's course, Robin Ford, or our fabulous courses. You get to get in there and look around, and it's like a kid in a candy store. And Tonewood, last but not least, is giving away one of their acoustic guitar amps. And Vicki has a couple demos that you can see on the Guitar Cloud Symposium playlist of my YouTube channel. Words, Vicki, words. I think English is just overrated. All right. Sounded great over Zoom. If anybody has any questions, we'll be wrapping it up soon, and I will be scrolling through here. Who is the first guitar GIT graduate? I'm not sure who that is. I know people that were in the first class. Keith Wyatt. A lot of people that graduated in the first class ended up teaching there for many years. I was in the third class they ever had with Dan Gilbert and Jamie. God, that's how long ago it is. Jamie Finley. Oh, now your pasta fans are jumping on with pasta fagioli. I tell you what, touring, I've done a lot of touring through Italy in the last few years. And it's remarkable when you stop at the truck stops, the display of different kinds of pasta that you never see in America is a work of art.
The
Every time
auto
I go there.
grills, those are the best.
Auto grill.
Auto grill, oh yeah.
I thought the first time he told me that he was going to stop at a truck stop for lunch, and I was like, wow, that's so miserable. He's like, no, it isn't.
We need to have those in America. Those are the best every time we go to Italy. Like the best prosciutto sandwich I ever had was at an auto grill.
Because you pay when we don't have freeways. This is the problem. You are paying to travel, and then at least you have a good service. Sometimes in the areas, you don't have only the auto grill, but you have real restaurants. Sometimes, and if you are lucky, you find very good one, especially in middle of Italy.
You know,
Pasta fagioli.
Yes.
there's an alternate one, the auto grill, you can see all over the country. And there's another one that I think starts with S. That's another truck stop that's pretty damn good.
In Italy,
Isn't it? Essa?
Sarni is another type of auto grill, probably.
Hey,
Okay.
Sarni.
listen,
It's even better, yeah. It's in the south of Italy.
the pasta is one thing, but I have to say I am gluten-free, and I did a festival in Suave, Italy, many years ago, and everyone was mad at me because every day the meals were pasta, and I got this incredible seafood, like incredible seafood platters with salads and it was the most amazing. So not only is pasta an amazing thing from Italy, but also seafood, salads, all of it. I want to go back.
We often draw close to Soave when we go on to Verona.
Mm.
Yeah.
I say, look, this is Soave, but we never stop. It's a great place. It's a beautiful town. And they do a festival, acoustic guitar festival. That's great.
Where I was. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a place of wine, actually, also. There is also the wine is called Soave.
It's beautiful.
And there is taste there.
Boy, when you said wine, that made me flashback on touring Italy with Jeff Beck. Oh my God. There was some magical places and magical meals, and wine, yeah, that takes it up another 20% in my memory. Oh, we had so many wonderful gigs on the beach because there's so many
Uh,
beaches
Mm.
on the boot. It's a wonderful place. Maybe I will get on a plane after all. I think my plane days are over. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not seeing everybody's talking about garlic and pasta now.
I love
Yeah,
it.
I'm hungry now.
Yes.
I want
thank
to get
you.
dinner. It's cooking.
Yeah, it does make me
My turn.
hungry.
Tonight is my turn.
So, once again, for Angela Petrilli, you can go to her Instagram and hear all kinds of grooves happening. Uh, Gretchen Menn, Daniele. I always have to try to do my best impression, which is horrible, of an Italian accent. Daniele Gottardo. I
Yeah.
promise I won't ever do that again. Somebody wants your socks, though. They're starting to make the rounds.
They
Will
actually
be
were my socks, but
no, my sock.
now that we're
It will
married,
be
everything's
soon,
yours too.
guys. Look, I love naps. You will get one of these used on the guitar and here
See?
I think
to
I'm just going to
practice.
take that clip and use it for a promo on its own. Come to the Guitar Cloud Symposium because you can get Daniele's used socks.
Love naps.
And on that note, and Vicky Genfan, you can find us all over the web, basically. If you're not familiar with any of our playings, you can you can get yourself familiar in the next 25 minutes. And you have to, I think Friday morning. I can't deal with people signing up last minute like that, but maybe till midnight Thursday you can sign up, and then we have more things to talk about. All
Yeah.
right, I think it's time to get out of here. And I thought there was a way to end the live stream within Zoom. Uh-oh. Talk amongst yourselves. I have all these windows happening.